Here we are with former Cruiserweight heavyweight Clinton Barnes here at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame weekend, the Fan Fest. You were down last night. You got to rub shoulders. A couple of your old sparring mates, Mike Rossman, Michael Spinks. Clinton, what do you think about the weekend?
Well, so far it's been a great weekend. You know, a lot of celebrity boxers here. You know, I'm a fan like everyone else. Just here to have fun and see who I can meet.
You fought 7 of your 9 professional fights here in Atlantic City at the Tropicana. Don Elbaum was your promoter for most of those fights. He's in the induction class. He was around last night. Seeing him, does that bring back memories of your fights down here on the boardwalk?
It does. Don is steeped in boxing history. You know, the guy who started Don King and, you know, had the great Tuesday night fights at the Trop here. And it's still a good friend of mine.
Boxing in Atlantic City, when I say that phrase, what's that mean to you?
Well, a plethora of things. You know, a lot of great fighters came out of Philadelphia and all around up and down the East Coast, all came here, to Atlantic City, to show their wares. And, you know, Atlantic City is a great place, still is a great place, and a lot of great fighters still come to Atlantic City to fight.
You know, it's been down the last couple of years of the fights here. Like you mentioned, the Tuesday fights, I believe it was 1982. There were 185 fight cards in Atlantic City alone. Wow. Now, Lucky's, there's like 10 a year here in the city. Do you think we'll ever see a resurgence of more fight cards here on the boardwalk?
Well, of course. I mean, you know, everything flips. You know, there's a cycle to everything. It's, you know, you have a 10-year period, 20-year of great fights, great things going on. Then it slows, but then the clock turns back around. And Atlantic City will recover, and I believe the fights are coming back to Atlantic City.
And you want to say in closing about you know, fighting in Atlantic City this weekend? You know, just seeing some of the old familiar faces.
I didn't hear what you said.
Anything you want to say in closing about the whole weekend and, you know, seeing some familiar faces and whatnot?
Well, no, I'm just glad to be here. Glad to be here, and hope to see, you know, Don King, Mike Tyson, some of the guys, you know, that I worked with over the years. And, you know, I got a big kick out of seeing Mike Rossman, a guy who I haven't seen since the 70s. I worked, the first guy who ever gave me a hand in the 70s with my career. But, you know, just glad to be here.
Before we go, you mentioned Mike Tyson. You were in a couple of his camps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I worked with Mike back in the day. A lot of people think he was one of the hardest boxers, hardest punches, but I think the trick to Mike Tyson was speed. He would hit you so fast that you just couldn't see the punch, and guys would go down. You know?
Well, Clinton, thank you for joining us this weekend. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and enjoy all the festivities.
Thank you very much. I want to fight you.
You don't want none of this.
Give me that bite.